Good evening, Dead and Rot. Did you enjoy the first and second episodes of Dice and Dread? If you did, you'll want to stay close for this one too. But first, show some love to the writer and the voice in the dark. Yes, that's me. Go ahead, tap the like, share the shadows, and strike the bell, so you don't miss what's waiting. Tonight's story is about her, the woman with the headless wooden baby. Call her what you like, but ask yourself this: why couldn't Sarah move past her? Why was she crying, but not loud? Because Sarah knows. She landed on every cursed square before anyone else. And when that happens, the game shows you the past. Her past. The year was 1618. She was only 5 when they took her. The men in red robes with golden staffs and black eyes full of scripture. She was locked in their castle, raised not like a daughter, but like a secret offering. For years she was kept from the sun, used, erased. By the time she was 10, her body was no longer her own. And from 10 to 30, she carried life after life inside her. Tiny sparks, tiny cries, but none of them were allowed to stay. Each time they came, tore the child from her arms and offered it headless to their faceless god. They called it sacrifice. She called it silence. All she was ever allowed to keep was the cradle, a wooden doll, a baby with no head. And even that wasn't hers. It was carved by a child who saw her, truly saw her, a boy who came to her later. But we'll get to him. First, you need to understand the kind of silence that lasts 25 years. The kind that turns screams inward until they rot the soul. She finally escaped at 30. No longer a girl. Not yet a ghost. Just a wound with feet, searching for somewhere the sun still touched the earth. She found it in the forest. Or maybe it found her. A stone house swallowed by ivy, forgotten by the world. She rebuilt it, brick by brick. Cradle in the woods. Not for her, for the others. The lost, the wandering, the children no one came looking for. She fed them from roots and ray, gave them names that made the wind pause. And then there was him, the boy with the quiet hands. He carved things from wood, shapes, creatures, secrets. One day he brought her a doll, its head unfinished. So it can become anything, he said. Whoever holds it decides. She held it like a promise, but peace never lasts. The town nearby, fearful, blind, loud, saw only shadows and made fire from their fear. She's taking our children. A witch, a curse. They stormed the forest, found her holding the wooden baby outside her house, thawed her, slashed her, cut her down. And the boy, he screamed until his voice cracked like old timber. But no one listened. The town burned that night. Not by her hand, not by wrath, but by consequence. The war they feared, it came, and the children she'd hidden, safe, buried deep in green silence, forgotten, but spared. Now that house still stands, covered in moss, etched with game squares, marked by fate. And if you land there, if she greets you laughing soft with a baby in her arms, don't fear her, but don't ignore her either. She's not your enemy. She's the question the game asks. Will you finish what you started? Or become another echo in the woods? Another story left to rot? The trees don't sleep, and neither should you. If the dark felt warmer tonight, it knows your name now. These stories were never meant to be heard, but you listened anyway. Maybe that's brave. Maybe that's foolish. Next week, the path deepens. Another square, another soul, and something buried begins to stir. Until then, lock the windows, count your dice, and whatever you do, don't look back. Written and narrated by Dead&Rot, June 5, 2025.